Hi people, welcome to UK Jazz Dance. Why I dance. COVID2020, COVID2019, 2020, 22nd of October. And I want to share why I dance. One of them is COVID2020, obviously because of social isolation, because I'm social isolated, to keep myself optimistic and hopeful. One of the key reasons I dance is for basically I'm aware of the scientific reasons behind dance. Dance is used one of the greatest tools to cope and manage, overcome trauma. I have a trauma in my life as a person who had undiagnosed dyslexia for 41 years, asthma longer than that as an individual, visual stress, unresolved trauma from violence I've faced in my life. I've faced a number of death-defying incidents. I've been knocked down, been in a house fire, nearly died from these incidents, knife attack as an individual. And I use dance as a positive escape activity, a positive cultural creative outlet to give me a sense of belonging. For people who knows Maslow, self-love, connectedness to my community, because my art form, the only dance I do that's connected to my community is UK Jazz Dance, soul, disco and funk, etc. as an individual. So what's important, why I dance, is not for happy-go-lucky reasons, and part of my work has always been creating, curating events which shared with the audience that what unfortunately in society people assume my dance leadership is around me being dancing for happy-go-lucky reasons, aimless reasons, shiftless, immature. And that's even people in my community, because Western society educated them. Basically, the slavery mentality about us dancing is what Westerners have. Remember, the slave master said if the slaves danced, worked as hard as they danced, yeah, I'd have more profits. Because you need to understand the mentality, the sickness of that, and people just picked up on the negative, that people just love to dance for aimless reason. They don't like to work hard, they're lazy, they're shiftless. The slaves are working all the time, 24/7. They shouldn't have been, because why? Because it was a social injustice. So they danced all day on a Sunday, which is a Sabbath, to replenish themselves. That is why you need to know the scientific knowledge. So when I talk about dancing slavery, I talk about the scientific knowledge around why did they dance? Why did they dance? Because remember, they weren't allowed to do their own dancing. They were suppressed, oppressed. They were being, basically, they had a short life expectancy as a slave. They worked to death. And it's important for people to understand that. So how can the stereotypes still be the same in 2020? It's amazing. Why I'm saying this, because I would really had a negative experience in post-university 09 to presently, and in university 05 to 09. I used dance as a vehicle to improve my distress management at university. What happened, it was pointed out to me, boom, if you didn't dance so much, you get better grades. You black people love to dance for happy-go-lucky reasons. They were the things that people were saying. Arabic students, Asian students, homegrown students, European students would say that to me as an individual, because dance was the number one thing I used to prevent everything at university, to deal with social exclusion, to deal with double stereotypes, double discrimination, double standards, class discrimination, gender discrimination, being a northern discrimination. Special education needs was the number one discrimination I experienced at university. I was diagnosed in university as dyslexic. I was shocked to know the discriminations that exist for people with dyslexia now. I never thought it was that bad. I was at not a really good university for it, because people hide they have dyslexia in university because they don't want to experience the negatives. I did not hide it, and through not hiding it, I got the full breadth of the experience, how people view people with dyslexia. People are stating within groups, if you have a person with dyslexia within your group, if you're doing an assignment, they're going to make sure that you don't get the marks that you deserve. So people socially excluded you or socially isolated you because they viewed you as someone as inferior. Incredible story. UK Jazz Dance out.